Intellectual property extends to many areas in this modern day and age, even finding an application to fashion. Whether it be shoes, dresses, handbags, or accessories, there are many aspects in which need to be registered to protect the company's branding, trademarks, inventive capabilities, and designs. Firstly, a brand's design is imperative for the recognition and fundamental creative aspects. Registration of a design helps the owner prevent all others from exploiting these new, original, or aesthetic aspects. An owner can register 3D designs such as the shape of a shoe or distinctiveness of a feature such as the studs/spikes on the Christian Louboutin shoe, or a two-dimensional feature such as the textile print on this Burberry handkerchief, as it distinctly differentiates Burberry from other brands. Allowing exclusive rights to monopolize the design, longevity, and creativity of the fashion industry will remain perpetual. Upon certification and registration of the design, one can sue for infringement of the design if it is used without permission. When registered, IP protects it for 5 years from the date of application filing. It can be renewed for an additional 5 years, making it 10 years in total. However, with sketches, patterns, prints, and photographs, they are protected under a copyright agreement. This extends for the lifetime of the designer plus an extra 70 years as displayed. Patents are another form of protection. They are registered intellectual property rights which protect certain new inventions and are legally enforceable and commercially exploitable. It is a right granted for any device, substance, method, or process that is new, inventful, and useful. A portfolio of patents can represent a brand's innovation and ingenuity when it comes to the brand's perception in fashion. However, this method can be costly and can incur relatively high standards. Because of this, they rarely arise in the world of fashion, and thus an emphasis is rather placed on other protection measures. There are two forms of patent protection: a standard patent, which protects the new invention for 20 years, or an innovation patent, which has an 8-year protection period. Innovation patents generally find an application to products with shorter market life, such as computer-oriented systems, where they are outdated quicker. Standard patents last longer, thus bigger brands such as Louis Vuitton, Hermès, or Chanel, whom see their pieces as timeless, tend to use patents to ensure the sole exploitation of particular innovative material and qualities. An example of a patent could be the creation of fabrics that do not crease, or have increased weather resistance, have a distinct feel to them, or have a combination of these attributes. However, to go international, it is recommended that you sign a patent cooperation treaty to additionally protect your product in selected countries. Branding and trademarking is the final aspect of this video to be covered. Companies who value their brand equity are more inclined to register, as trademarks are often a brand's identity. It is the distinct name, logo, letter, number, picture, packaging aspect, or phrase that you use to differentiate your brand or product from others. There is a common misconception that trademarks are a business's name. However, this is not the case, with the fundamental difference being that a design needs to be new or unique to be registered, whereas trademarks do not. A trademark, however, must be a sign used in trade or commerce and allows your product to be distinguished from others. There is this notion of inherent distinctiveness when it comes to a trademark, in that colors and shapes acquire distinctiveness over time, aiding the customer's identification of the brand. Thus, in order to protect both your signature logo, sign, or color, a trademark over the aforementioned should be registered to ensure usage and commercially exploitable rights. The life of a trademark is 10 years from its filing date. You can renew your trademark 12 months before it is required to be renewed, or 6 months after. However, the trademark must be in use, otherwise it will be unregistered as non-use. Trademarks are arguably the most prominent and important marketing tool, as people utilize it as brand identification and as a visual perception of what the brand encompasses. If infringed, the owner can rely on Section 20 of the Trademark Act to obtain relief. Therefore, the aforementioned summary of intellectual property rights shows the integral part it plays in the protection of the fashion industry.